Hi, welcome to Watcher DM. I'm Gabriel, and today I'm just going to do a quick flip through and review of Shrine of the Oozing Serpent from the Old School Adventures, Old School Essentials Official Adventure Scenario Anthology 2. This adventure is by Nate Treme, who I'm not sure that he did the art for this adventure. It doesn't look like his style, but maybe he did. Anyway, I ran this adventure last night for my friends. First time running Old School Essentials, which is hilarious. I had run Advanced Dungeons and Dragons before, so this was kind of in that vein. The setup is right here. The offering is 600 gold pieces, a cart, and 2 draft horses as payment for slaying whatever creature it is that's making the nearby King's Road unsafe. So it starts with like you're in a town, basically, a duke makes an offer, and then you've got to travel through a swamp to get to this place. On the way, you can run into some of these kind of frogmen, these slimy frogmen called gloops. The random happenings table is here. It's fine. This is the dungeon map. It's pretty straightforward. One of the things I really liked about it is it has 2 different entrances. So whichever one the party picks, they can interact with the dungeon in a slightly different way. My party approached from the south and explored this area first. You've got a section here on the denizens and the general notes. Super useful, very compact and concise, well written. And then you've basically got each of the locations described. The ruined Great Door was fun. The party didn't go searching through very much rubble in this adventure, which I found kind of interesting. So they didn't find necessarily or interact with some of these creations, but that's how OSR is. They then went into the chapel, where you've got a statue of Mulvis. It's actually the cover of this big snake god with lightning bolts in his hands, brass lightning bolts in his hands. They picked those up pretty quickly. They got attacked by the crab spiders here and dealt with that. The way that this is organized with the stat blocks and kind of object blocks on the side, honestly, is aspirational. It's really, really good. This is a very useful layout. Obviously, I think the people over at Necrotic Gnome just do an amazing work. The automaton closet they found basically immediately. It says here that the door is locked on the map, but it actually doesn't indicate anything about the door being locked here in the text. I did make it locked, but my party went ahead and they had a thief, so they opened that lock. They then went on and met Gorfthistle. This is fun because this is like a NPC that the DM introduces. He wants to hire the party for 500 gold pieces, though he only has 100. And his mechanical dog, Butch, does a lot of heavy lifting. Basically, the mechanical dog kind of got the party on board with letting this guy into the party to be with them, despite him having a scroll of necromancy with a G to raise his zombie ancestors to go fight the dragon that has taken over their little shrine here. So the Gorf Thistle interaction I thought was pretty fun. It was good role playing. These gloops kind of turned up in a bunch of places, although the party never actually went down the exhaust tunnels, so they never ran into the soot snails. The foundry is an interesting location. It's kind of the biggest area of the map. So it's got all these anvils. There's a big vat in the middle and a dolly with bellows on it. They came in through this secret door. Again, not referenced in the text, but I just made it like a plaster, like a false wall that Gorf Thistle had put up to like prevent the gloops from finding him and his little hideout. The exhaust tunnel, like I said, they didn't find, but I did have gloops come out of that tunnel when the party entered the foundry, so there was a fight that ensued. It went down pretty quickly. The gloops are 4 hit point creatures. They don't have amazing armor class, and I think we had 5 party members, so it was a lot of fun. At this point, I think the party had already discovered that the lightning bolts can be thrown to become lightning, and they had also made the association that the automaton back in this in the automaton closet can be powered by one of the lightning bolts, and they were kind of looking for a way to get the automaton out to where they were. So at this point, they removed the they removed the bellows from the dolly, and they took the dolly to go get the automaton. They loaded it up, and on their way back, I think our rogue had taken a pot shot at one of the bloop guards down the tribute checkpoint hall. And so, all of a sudden, a bunch of gloops were coming. One of our warriors kind of ran in to block the way and was hacking at the gloops when Balthazar, our wizard, came rolling in with the dolly, shoved a bolt of lightning in its back, and it started whacking and cracking and beating up gloops. So I just ruled it, because we were kind of running short on time, that the automaton just started basically moving down this hall, killing every gloop it saw. And they were backing up into the main chamber here. So the party went down that road there and into past the ritual preparation area. Although they did, I think, scoop some of the treasure from the tribute baskets. And then in the end, they ended up fighting Suitmerk and like 18 of these gloops. But because they had the automaton on their side, I had one of the PCs use that stat block and just roll the 6 attacks that it gets. It's like a 6-armed serpent god. And I don't think I ran the dragon properly. One of the things I didn't like about the setup for this was that Suitmerk is a dragon. He's got stats for a dragon, but then it just says, see old school essentials for further information on dragons. I feel like they had some extra room here. Maybe they could have included that extra information, unless it's like just too much, but it really would have been helpful because I didn't want to have kind of 2 books referencing this. I did prep for it, but I probably could have done more to just like have those notes on hand. Either way, Suitmerk was largely focused on dealing with the automaton. The automaton can only be harmed by magical weapons and attacks, so it was a foregone conclusion that they were going to win. We ended the night after about 2 hours of play, and the party had killed Suitmerk and many of the gloops. One of our party members did die. He only had 1 hit point going in. And he died mid-combat, and I just handed him the Gorf Thistle stat block and was like, play Gorf Thistle. So that was a nice thing about having the NPC on hand. All in all, I would highly advise getting these scenario books, especially the anthologies, because they show a really good example of concise adventure design done at a level of detail that is usable, like very, very usable. And it's got some great art and layout inspiration if you're doing design yourself. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you want to support any of our stuff, you can go to watcherdm.com. And I hope you enjoy these flip through and review series. I'm going to be making more of them, so keep an eye out. Thanks.